Today you will be taking your science unit test over investigating the changing earth and investigating weather and the water cycle. Please make sure you're pausing in between the question and the answer choices so you can make your choice and bubble it in your answer sheet as you go. Number 1. The diagram below shows an area of land that changed over hundreds of years. 1760, 1990. Refer to the images shown above. Which process changed the shape of the rock layers over time? A. Deposition. B. Erosion. C. Evaporation. D. Faulting. Number 2. The Earth's soils and minerals are changed by weathering over a long period of time. Which of the following examples describes the process of erosion? F. Rocks rubbing against each other. G. Ice grinding the rocks. H. Plant roots growing through rocks causing cracking. J. Water moving particles from rocks downstream. Number 3. There's a diagram. It says lamp shining on bottle. And on the bottle, we have tiny droplets forming at top of bottle, drops running down the side of the bottle, water sitting in the bottom of bottle. Beth created a model of the water cycle and used a heat lamp to represent the sun's energy. Beth observed some of the parts of the water cycle in her model. When she turned the heat lamp off, which of the following parts of the water cycle would be affected first? A. Condensation. B. Evaporation. C. Runoff. D. Precipitation. Number 4. You have a map key. There's a cold front, warm front, and on the map you have different cities. So the first city is Portland, Denver, Chicago, Memphis, Houston, New Orleans. Imagine the weather map above shows today's conditions. What is most likely to happen to the temperature in Houston tomorrow? F. The temperature will increase in Houston tomorrow. G. The temperature will decrease in Houston tomorrow. H. The temperature will increase and then decrease in Houston tomorrow. J. The temperature will decrease and then increase in Houston tomorrow. Number 5. There's a stream and a valley. The picture above shows how A. The earth has been worn away by the stream for many years. B. The earth has been pulled up by the trees for many years. C. The earth has been worn away by the stream for a few seconds. D. The earth has been pulled up by the trees for a few seconds. Number 6. The table shows some weather data collected over a 5-day period. What trend over the 5 days can be observed in the collected data? Day of the week, we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Low temperature, 82, 82, 78, 74, 73. Cloud cover, clear, sunny, partly cloudy, mostly cloudy, rainy, mostly cloudy, rainy. F. There was more rain on warm days than on cool days. G. There were fewer clouds on Thursday than on Monday. H. The temperature decreased as the cloud cover increased. J. The temperature increased as the week went on. Number 7. The beach on an island is covered by many small pebbles. Each pebble is about the size of a pencil eraser. How will ocean waves change these pebbles over time? A. The waves will wear the pebbles down, making them smaller. B, the ocean water will soak into the pebbles, making them soggy. C, the waves will get the pebbles wet, making them all stick together. D, the ocean water will fill cracks in the pebbles, making them harder. Number 8. The drawing shows a cross-section of a waterfall. Which best explains the effect of falling water on the Earth's surface in this drawing? F, falling water makes plants grow. G, falling water builds mountains. H, falling water forms glaciers. J, falling water wears rock away. Number 9. What part of the water cycle is represented by number 4? A, condensation. B, evaporation. C, runoff. D, precipitation. Number 10. After a rainstorm, a family's rain gauge had the above reading. How much did it rain in their area? F, a little more than an inch. G, a little less than an inch. H, about half an inch. J, 2 inches. Number 11. What interaction between water and earth materials is an example of weathering process? A, heavy rains wash soil and sediment down a hillside. B, a flood carries sediment that settles in a new location. C, a glacier moves across the landscape, dropping rocks and soil as it moves. D, water freezes in tiny holes inside a rock, breaking the rock apart as the ice expands. Number 12. Most rivers form a delta at the mouth of the river where it flows into another body of water. Sediment is moved down the river by the current until it finally slows down and drops as the river meets another body of water. The dropped sediment builds up over time to form a delta. The formation of a river delta is an example of F, deposition, G, weathering, H, erosion, J, compaction. Number 13. The diagram above is an illustration of the water cycle. Which of the following best describes the role of the sun in the water cycle? A, the sun causes clouds to form rain. B, the sun causes evaporated water to form clouds. C, the sun causes water to evaporate from the oceans. D, the sun causes water to flow through rivers back to the ocean. Number 14. Which step of the water cycle describes condensation? F, water falls to the earth as rain. G, the sun heats up the lake and makes water vapor. H, the water vapor cools to form a cloud. J, water runs off into lakes. Number 15. The students in Mrs. Beck's class recorded the amount of rainfall at the school for 4 months. The measurements were collected and recorded in the table below. Rainfall amounts at Staff Elementary. Month, September, October, November, December. Amount of rainfall, 13 centimeters, 7 centimeters, 9 centimeters, 10 centimeters. According to the data collected, which of the following is the best conclusion? A, October was the driest of the 4 months. B, the rainfall amounts for September were too high. C, December rainfall amounts were made of snow. D, November had the most rainfall. Number 16. The ocean is slowly eroding the beach on which this lighthouse stands. Beach, ocean. If the erosion continues, in time the lighthouse will be F, closer to the water. G, farther away from the water. H, higher above the water. J, the same distance from the water. Number 17. You have a diagram. It says pan filled with ice is on the top. On the side, we have a cookie sheet. And then there's a pot filled with boiling water. Cameron built a model of the water cycle for a science fair project. He is going to show how water moves above and on the Earth's surface. Which answer shows the correct labels that Cameron should use on his model? A. Number 1, evaporation. 2, condensation. 3, precipitation. 4, runoff. B. 1, condensation. 2, precipitation. 3, runoff. 4, evaporation. C. Number 1, runoff. 2, evaporation. 3, condensation. 4, precipitation. D. Number 1, precipitation. 2, condensation. 3, runoff. 4, evaporation. Number 18, there's high temperatures for 11/20/15, and in the state of Texas, there's Pampa, Odessa, El Paso, and Stowell. The images above show the day-to-day temperatures in 4 different cities. Which city had the greatest change in temperature? F. El Paso, G. Pampa, H. Odessa, J. Stowell. Number 19. The chart shows high temperatures for part of a week. Day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, high temperature. A cold front is expected to move into the area. What high temperature would most likely be predicted for Friday? A, 90, B, 79, C, 83, D, 45. Number 20. During a science lesson, a teacher placed a beaker with 50 milliliters of water near a sunny window. He placed another beaker with 50 milliliters of water in the closet. 2 days later, the beaker near the window was empty while water remained in the beaker that was placed in the closet. What most likely happened to the water in the beaker near the window? F. The sun changed the water from a liquid to a solid. G. The sun's light caused the water to condense. H. The water changed from a gas to a liquid. J. Energy from the sun caused the water to evaporate. Number 21. Look at the set of drawings showing how ice causes the weathering of rock. Number 1, water fills crack in rock. Number 2, water freezes to ice and expands. And then there's number 3. Which of the following pictures completes the set of drawings? A, expanding ice makes the rock bigger. B, expanding ice breaks rock. C, melting ice melts rock. D, ice melts and shrinks rock.